This is a story sent to me from Rakisha. Oh, I hope I didn't just butcher your name. I am so sorry. But this is her story. Me and my newlywed husband are having our first child. 2 weeks ago, I started having miserable pains in my sides and my back, and I couldn't handle it. So I went to the hospital to get checked out to make sure that me and my baby were okay. When I walked into the hospital, it was full. I thought for a moment maybe I should try a different hospital, but I figured it would go pretty quick. I checked in, me and my husband sit down to wait for us to be called to go back and see the nurse. You know, the part where they take your temperature, your blood pressure, and all that good stuff. About an hour later, a family of about 8 people came in to the hospital waiting room, through the emergency. And they were trying to find a seat to sit down, but there was no seats available. A nurse walked up to my husband and asked him if he could please stand up and give his chair to somebody else's child. My husband tried to explain to the nurse that I was here pregnant with pain shooting in my sides and back. As this is going on, the security guard walked up to my husband, who happened to be the only black man in the entire emergency room out of everyone else who was Mexican, and told my husband that if he didn't stand up and give the chair to one of the kids, that he was going to be asked to leave or step outside. I did not think this was right. This was so more wrong in so many ways. Finally, my husband stood up and stood next to me on the empty wall where there was no chair. Two little kids jumped in where my husband was sitting, and sat in the seat together. Oh, these kids were terrible. They were so noisy, moving, hitting me, kicking my legs. It was just horrible sitting next to these children. I asked the mother what if she can control her children, but she didn't understand what I was saying. Apparently, she didn't speak English. Now, I don't know Spanish, not even a bit. So I asked the nurse to translate to the mother to tell the children to stop kicking my legs, standing up in the chair. One of them hit me across my forehead with his arm. It was an accident, but these kids were just going crazy, and I was already in enough pain. I have never been treated so badly before. Of course, I don't go to many hospitals, but if this is the way hospitals are today, I don't want to go back. I got up and walked out, pain and all, because I was being battered and nobody would help me. So I left the hospital, came back home, and made an appointment from with my doctor the next day. Thanks for listening, guys.